Right, into week 5 now. Things are in a bit of a state from the end of week 4. Had to pull a lot of stuff back out to progress. Painted the bed frame and everything there as well, so that had to come out and be finished off and painted. It's not actually attached to anything right now. Need to knock over a bit of insulation behind cupboards and things. I finally got my insulating bats the week before last, and then start doing the panel insulation up the sides there as well. I'm at one of those awkward phases again where I've got heaps and heaps of things to do, but there's so many things that need to be done in the right order, otherwise I have to take things out again. So anyway, while I've got a mental block on what to do next, I'll install the sink into the kitchen cupboard. Ooh, look at that. $55 from Bunnings, can't complain about it. Oh, great. Oh yeah, massive dent in my shelf. Nice. Nothing simple, is it? Looks like the clips won't work on such a thin bench. Wednesday morning. This place is a shambles. A lot going on at the moment. Just electrical, plumbing, getting this framework back in. Kind of all over the place at the moment. It's hard to try and video anything worthwhile and make it a sensible sort of recording of what I've done. But got 2 water pumps mounted up yesterday. I'm using 2 water pumps, one for hot water, one for cold water. The reasons will become clear later. I'm probably going to have to do a separate video on my hot water system. Of course, that silver tank there is the hot water tank, and there's 2 cold water tanks mounted underneath the car. It'll be a heat exchanger type system, so I still need to plumb in some pipes out to a heat exchanger, mount the heat exchanger up out the front, and this is definitely a very unstructured week. So I've bolted the frame back down now. That's all hopefully in and going to stay there. Just been fiddling about with pipes and things this morning, just getting a few bits and pieces in place and getting it ready to hook up. Got the breather line in for the hot water tank, sort of running through the wall and popping back out there, and that'll run down to the back of the van somewhere. Bolted a little shoe cabinet back into the end of the bed unit there. That's been stained now. Lexi did that yesterday, so it's all well, over the last couple of days it's been stained and sealed. So I'm just going to do some prep work here now. I'm just going to mount the tap onto the sink here. Then I'll run the pipes through. I need to sort out the drain for the sink. My original plan was to pop the drain out the back and then run it down and through the floor. But with the way it's worked out, that's just not going to work. It ended up coming out too low at the sink there, and as a result it would have hit the chassis member, which will be down about here somewhere. So I can't do that anymore. What I'm going to have to do is put the drain straight down through the floor, which means I need to drill through the shelves inside. A little bit annoying. Really didn't want to do that, but anyway. And then I'll drill a hole in the van through the floor as well and pop it out there. This was not the original plan. Genius. I put the glue on the outside of that bit of pipe. Oh my goodness, seriously. Lucky there's a lot on the inside. This is where the water's going to go through to the tap. Using these John Guest style fittings. It's a bad one to show you because it's all black and hard to see, but basically you just push your hose in there. Similar to those brass PEX ones that I had from Bunnings, using on the underside. These use smaller pipe, they're cheaper, so a lot cheaper than the residential Bunnings ones. So that'll poke through the back of the cabinet, join up to the tap, to the mixer tap. I think I've got it all. It's one of those cases where trying to maximise your usage of space really becomes a complete and utter pain in the butt. I don't know how I'm going to get these screws in here to hold this accumulator bottle. Well, this is where we're at, end of Thursday. Starting to look a bit more like it looked last week. Got the addition of a sink and a tap on there now. A little bit of insulation on the wall. Take an effort. Some water pipes running down there, got a couple hanging out here waiting for the shower. And then if we duck down underneath, you'll see I've got 2 pressure accumulators. They go with my 2 water pumps, one for hot water, one for cold water. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't been to Bunnings today, so I better go. Into Saturday now. Again, not much change. Got some insulation stuck onto that side last night and basically cut a piece of wood. One piece of wood, which is the base of the wardrobe / fridge cabinet. Slow going, spent a lot of time standing, staring, trying to work out what to do next. But I think I've got a plan now. The idea is to use a straight edge to get a straight line, but it never seems to work out that way. Try and make a template to get around some of the curves in the side of the van. Not quite. One more go. It's been a day of installing bolts again. Then I ran out of riv nuts, so I've only got half the threads in place. This is what's taking up a lot of time at the moment. All these bits and pieces of wood that I'm trying to cut have to be profiled around the edges of the van. Of course, there's not a single straight edge, or it's a bit of a curse. I'm trying to maximise the use of the interior space, so rather than just boxing out the sides square, which I think is what most people do, I'm cutting this in and trying to use every little bit of space that I've got there. Got myself an extra 80mm of cupboard space. 80mm is a fair bit. A little bit bigger gap than what I need, but anyway, it is what it is. Well, it's the end of week 5. Not a lot of time. I'm trying to show you the van because it's dark outside, and well, it doesn't look any different to the beginning of the week. So here's my wardrobe / fridge cupboard. It's on its side, so rotate that 90 degrees. That's basically what we've achieved in the last couple of days. There's another part of it over there. That's one of the taller walls that goes up the other side of it. You'll see I've got the inverter and solar charger boxes strewn out all over the place because of course I was going to mount those underneath the wardrobe cupboard, so I thought I'd better quickly make up this panel here which holds the charger on the wall there. Anyway, that's enough for now. It's late on a Sunday night and I'm over it, so wake up again tomorrow and we'll start again.